of the theory. Let's go to the practical part, and let's start with creating our app from scratch. So just open your Android Studio. We are going to start a new Android application, and we will name our application as SQLite app, for example, and then click next, or select your minimum SDK as you already know how to select it. Click next, and I'm going to select a blank activity. Next, and main activity is okay for me, so I'm going to finish. Now once your basic app is created, what we are going to do is we are going to create a class for handling the SQLite database. So go to your app folder, and in the app folder go to the Java folder, and inside here go to the package in which your main activity is there. So this is a package in which my main activity is there. So just go to the package and right click this package, and we are going to create a new Java class, and we will name it as database helper class. Okay, and click OK. And this is a basic blank class, and in here, as we have discussed, we want to create, or we want to extend this class using our SQLite open helper. So just go here and just write extend SQLite open helper. Okay, and it will show some error because we haven't imported the classes related to this SQLite open helper. So just click Alt Enter and just click this button called import class, and it's going to import this class. Okay, still it's showing error because we need to create or implement some of the method from it. So you will be able to see a small bulb, red bulb here. You just need to click this bulb, and then you just need to click implement methods. And there are two important methods related to this class, which are on create and on upgrade. You are going to select both of them and click OK. And one more thing which is required is to create a default constructor. So once again, click this red bulb here and just choose create constructor matching super. Okay, and we are going to select first of them and just create it. Okay, so we have successfully created our database helper class, which extends from our SQLite open helper, which is the main class for handling SQLite. And we have some basic methods here and a constructor. Now for creating a database, first of all we need a database name. Now let's see how we can, how we are going to create a database and what will be the name of our database and all other stuff. So for this, for example, to start with, we are going to create a SQLite database like this, and the name of the database will be student.db. The SQLite database is not case sensitive, so you can use upper cases and smaller cases together, and it's not case sensitive, so case doesn't matter in SQLite. Okay, so our database name will be as student.db, and it's going to contain 4 columns. First, for ID for the student, second is the name for the student, third is the surname or last name for the student, and fourth column will be the marks scored by the student. And we are going to create database or insert some data like this. So ID can be 1 2 3 4, for example, name, surnames, and marks scored by this student. And in this video we will just see how we can create this database, which is student dot db and create the table, this table for our database. Okay, so now what we are going to do is let's declare some variables so that we can define the name of our database. So let's declare our variable which we are going to assign the database name. Okay, so let's declare public static final string, and let's declare a variable name called database underscore name, and we will assign the name of our database, for example student.db. And I have told you that case doesn't matter. You can write student.db like this or in capital. It doesn't matter. It's going to treat them as same. Okay, and second, what we are going to do is we are going to declare our table name. So this will be our table name, and let's give the name to our table as student data table or student table, which will resonate perfectly with our table. And as we have discussed, this table is going to contain 4 columns, 1 2 3 4, and for simplicity let's keep all the variables as string. First column name was id. Okay, so id for the student, and the table name is column name is id, right? So or you can do something like this, call underscore 1, call 1 is id, and similarly column 2, column 3, column 4. So like this, column 2, column 3, column 4. First column was id, second column was name, third column was surname, and fourth column was marks. Okay, so these are the 4 columns. This is our table name and this is our database name. Now in order to create our database, first what we are going to do is we are going to in the constructor we are going to create our database. So we need to call a function which creates the database, right? So for simplicity, let's reduce our constructor which only takes this context. Okay, and as you can see here, this super class, we can just give the name of our database. So our database name is this variable, pass it here. Third is factory, we are going to pass null here, and the version, for example version is equal to 1. Now whenever this constructor is called, your database will be created. Okay,